profit muscle.
You're not gonna dust him off and say, yo, young blood, come on, let me show you something. Let me protect you. No, they were the first ones to come in, rip off. These are older blacks ripping off the talent of younger blacks. Black men are taking advantage of young black talent. We didn't get the fame. We didn't get the Grammy, but we got the soul. What was whack about hip hop? The worst thing, 1979 Sugar Hill Records. This is the worst thing that ever happened to hip hop. When Sugar Hill Records came out, a woman named Sylvia Robinson and her husband Joey Robinson, they owned all of rap.
Okay.
If you could somehow phantom that in your head for a hot minute, there was one record label that had all the top rappers of the day on it, and no other company had that. Had we stuck together, black people would not be in this situation. They say hip hop is a $10 billion culture every year. That's black people money we should be having. But black people rejected us and lost $10 billion a year.
KRS-One really goes deep.
$10 billion a year gone. Whole dream of Dr. King gone. Take it up now to Sugar Hill Records. All the greatest hip hop acts are on the label, but they're not getting treated right. Black people are ripping off black people. I say this respectfully because I'm talking about our parents. These are older blacks ripping off the talent of younger blacks. Respectfully. KRS, Scott LaRock, Boogie Down Productions, B-Boy Records. Black men are taking advantage of young black talent. B-Boy Records was owned by black people, older black men from the 50s and 60s. You would think, after everything we went through in civil rights, you see a young man coming up, he calls himself Knowledge Reigns Supreme. And he's trying to come up, he's homeless, he's in the street, but he's talking that blackness. And you see he got a crowd around him. And you see he got some little talent. You're not going to dust him off and say, yo, young blood, come on, let me show you something. Let me protect you. No, they were the first ones to come in, rip off me and Scott LaRock for the Criminal Minded album. To this very day, black folks still ripping me off for the Criminal Minded album. To this very day. Black people are taking it, they're eating their children. They're eating their children. This is the worst thing to happen to not only hip hop, but to black civilization in the United States.
Okay.
Now those that are supposed to be representing their people have dropped the ball. Matter of fact, they didn't even drop it. They threw that shit in the garbage. Willfully. They didn't want no responsibility. This is the worst thing to happen to hip hop in modern times. This is the bottom of the barrel. This is it right here. That you would be propped up by your people.
Okay.
Make millions of dollars on your people. And when you get that money, you buy yourself a Maybach. You give your money to Germans. And I love Berlin. Yeah, I want to go there now. But in the scheme of our conversation, how you giving your money to Germans? They rich. Germans are the richest European. In fact, right, they're the richest Europeans. Okay? Why would you, ignorant Negro, give your money to a rich person? At least give your money to Spain. At least give your money to Greece. At least give your money to poor countries. This is how magnificent hip-hop was. It produced KRS-One. Hip-hop will never fall on my watch. Never.
KRS-One is right. The older generation gotta pass it on to the young generation. You need to build together instead of putting each other down. Invest in your people instead of material possessions. Money comes and goes, but real love will stay forever.
Roger, tell these subscribe to the Prophet channel.